Okay, so now we're gonna go in the elevator of doom.
Oh, it's going. Watch it.
Is it safe to get in this elevator or not really? What did it do? It closed?
Yeah.
Oh, that started really hard. Oh, it's shaking. We have stopped at 4. We have not pressed 4. But it has opened at 4. 4.
Let's be
Listen.
really quiet so you can listen.
Oh. You know this is getting worse, right? We are in the stairs and we're literally walking down the stairs right now because the elevators in our building are not properly maintained. You would think that with paying a over $600 a month maintenance and an assessment, and the fact that the building maintenance is probably going to go up to, it could go up to $1,200, $1,300, who knows. You would think with all of that, we would have proper working elevators. You can't even be like, oh, well, maybe you guys don't have a maintenance or the elevator being maintained, but you would think with paying over $600 a month in just maintenance, they could call an elevator person to fix the elevators, because the other day I got hurt with the elevators. We have 3 building elevators and a service elevator. Service elevator breaks every other day, literally every other day. It's just a joke as to which day we're on. And middle elevator, main elevator is broken. They've given up on it. And then elevator 1 and 3 each have their problems. So one of them keeps opening on floor 4 and it shakes really bad as it moves. The other one, the elevator door doesn't sense you, so it slams on you, and that's what happened to me. Slammed on my arm really hard. I don't think it's broken, but I think there's a dull ache, so it may be a nerve thing now, the way the elevator door hit me. We reported it to the building, but unless you're gonna get an attorney and sue them, I honestly at this point hope that my arm is okay. Filming this, so we are still walking the stairs here.
There's no light.
Well, there's no light. There's only light technically because it's coming from the outside. Otherwise, that's the only light.
No.
The only light, so that the people know, illuminating these stairs is the sunlight, because there's windows up there.
They didn't replace the bulb.
So they won't replace the bulb. Again, people, we have a $600 a month maintenance. It's not like we live in a building where there is no maintenance and it's in the middle of nowhere or something. This is just a matter of that the building is not maintained, and this is Miami, and this is what we go through in Miami, unfortunately, time and time again, and you hear these stories, so.
Out here, and if those support columns go, this deck's going there.
It's filming. So the frustrating element is that what they need to understand, the viewer, is that we are paying a $600 a month maintenance. It's not like we are some desolate building in the middle of nowhere or in a bad area that's not maintained, and what would you expect? We are paying a $600 maintenance right now. That could very easily go up to, and we're predicting it's going to go up to about $850 or $950 next year. And that doesn't even include the assessment on the building. And you guys have seen me do videos at this building before, and you see the very, very pretty view. That's the bay, and the building is kind of on a peninsula here, so it's water that is around the building. And the situation is that the building is in very bad shape. You have this area here where the pool deck has been condemned because of the Surfside accident. When the city came out, they condemned a lot of this area here. Let me show you. So the pool deck kind of extends like this, and then when the Surfside accident happened, which is literally down there, they came out and they condemned the pool deck here because the support beams that this kind of extends over the bay here, this pool deck, and I don't think that this was ever built correctly. It's a very old building, so that's part of it, but it was never built correctly. So this is very odd here. I just noticed this. This would seem like someone has been pulling this gate at night. That's odd. I have never seen that before. That is super strange. That is a little weird. I'm wondering now if that's like a structural thing or someone's been pulling on that, where those gates are pulled like that. But anyhow, there are support beams that are under the building and under this floating pool deck area here, and this whole area here, where you could see from this angle, extends over the bay, and this all has to be redone. So it's very frustrating, and like, you guys will like see me do these videos and think that like, oh, we're rich here, when that's not the case, and the building is in very bad shape. So this is kind of an update video to the last video I just posted a few days ago. We had another Zoom session where we got updates on the building situation, and there's basically no real improvement. We were told actually that from the insurer that they don't even want to like talk to us right now regarding the building because of the building situation. So we have a line of credit right now where that's going to take care of us for the rest of the year, and then next year the insurance premium will probably go up very, very high due to the neglect of the building. We are in litigation with a contractor where we lost our contractor that was actually doing the work on the building. They're not on the job. We're looking for new contractors. We have to go like through like a whole new bid cycle, and that's separate from the lawsuit. And so we are currently paying an assessment of $161 about a month over years in order to account for the assessment of the work on the building. And that assessment could theoretically go up because when you're dealing with a new contractor, and it's Miami, so they're going to take advantage of the fact that you know, you're in trouble and this is for the 50-year recertification, and we have to meet those regulations. So there's that, the higher insurance premium, and then there's also the issue happening where ever since Surfside, which happened right down that way, we have to meet our reserves, and we don't have any reserves in our building. And I think the reserves are like $5 million or so for the building. So we're going to get hit with a reserve assessment that's going to probably be factored into like a monthly assessment, unless you're willing to pay it all off, which no one can. And so you're dealing with higher insurance, the assessment regarding the building's 50-year recertification, and then another assessment regarding the fact that our building has no reserves. And it's quite a problem. Again, the building is not being maintained because you have, you know, this like this. I have no idea if that was supposed to be factored into the work of the contracting. We never even saw work being done on it. And the elevators are a major problem, and I'll film that in a second. I have some footage of that. And so basically, none of the elevators feel safe. And I got hurt, my arm got hit by the door because the sensor didn't detect me. And when it hit me, it kind of seemed like it bounced a tiny drop, enough for me to get out of the elevator, but then it closed. It actually never actually retracted. And we're just like really afraid of the elevator. We don't know if it can like take off on its own. We notice it's speeding up on its own, and we're just like really freaked out. So we kind of live in the middle of the building in terms of floors. So we're gonna walk when we can and kind of try to just like reduce the risk, but that's obviously not acceptable to have an over $600 a month maintenance and not feel safe enough to use the elevators. The other thing about the pool, you'll see the pool behind me. In theory, this is a nice concept, pretty pool on the pretty bay, and then down across there is the ocean. But again, to be quite honest, like, it may be that I just don't wake up early enough to see it, but I don't even see the pool being properly maintained, and I'm kind of like skeptical, honestly, about getting in the water because I don't really need an infection now from the water. Who knows? I mean, I'd rather get in the seaweed infected water in the ocean than to get in this pool water. And yeah, it's just that the building is not being maintained, and the halls are very dirty. They don't, you know, there's like bugs squished on the wall. They don't clean. The maintenance staff that they hired here thinks it's hysterical. They're paid a salary, they pay a $600 a month maintenance, but they won't clean. They spray Windex into the air because they think it smells good. It's very frustrating. The other thing I could mention to them is that this gate up here, this is how you access into the pool deck here, was like bolted locked. They put like a thing in it so that way you couldn't get in and out of it, and someone must have made a complaint and now it's unlocked. But that's our like pool maintenance area that I hear some weird clicking noise happening. But it's not a good situation. It's stressful because you're dealing with the fact that you have a huge maintenance as it is. The huge maintenance and all the expenses are going up, and there's neglect happening with the building and nothing's happening. So on the one hand, you also say to yourself, if I contact the city and I make more complaints, could the city then, you know, throw everyone out of the building and say, you're right? What are you able to see here?
That the support beams are collapsing. And that when that collapses and this pool deck goes, it could pull the whole pool into the water.
But here's my concern about the messed up support columns. Could you actually have a catastrophe where it pulls a building down?
No, but it could pull the
Well,
pool.
why do you say no?
Because it's separate.
Yeah, but you wonder about the sensitivity of the structure. That
No, it would pull the swimming pool into the water.
And you know, what are you getting? This view, but then in reality, you know that you have, oh, bird. You have all of these horrible stresses that you know you're going through, you know?
We'll show.
What you have to understand about this building is that this building was all like Golden Girl, elderly people, a lot of which were main residents either in Canada or in New York and would come here for the summer. And unfortunately, when a lot of them got too old to come here, a lot of their children inherited it. I just saw something go down that hole. Oh my God, what? Oh, this is infested. Something went in that hole. Oh my God, it's like iguana infested here. Giant holes all over the ground. Ugh, gross. I saw a giant iguana go down a hole in the ground. Like, are we stepping on any of their habitats here? Or they sense us, hopefully. Let me see. Hold on. I'm afraid to walk over the iguana habitat here. There's so many of them. You have my purse? You're wearing my purse for me? You are modeling it for the people?
Yeah, I don't have any issue with that.
Okay.
Let's cut back to the other
I don't even know
side.
why there's chips here, but okay.
That you can see support columns.
Where are we headed, though?
Right through the pool deck to the other side.
But, it just becomes like where you feel like you're at an impasse. I don't know what the word is. Like, you just really don't know what to do either way. I guess most people would say if you had, you know, a proper income and you were able to have a very easy game plan of how to, you know, sell and get out of here, I think that's what most people would do. But, you know, most people don't have enough cushion money to make transitioning easier. Our maintenance staff is more interested in coming out and sunning themselves than doing anything here. Hold on, I saw the iguanas going down these holes.
Okay.
They're all over the place. The issue here is that we used to have really nice people that lived in this building. It was actually a very quiet, empty building, and now you have this. You have these creepy Jersey Shore type tenants that are vandalizing the property that they live in, which is bizarre. Let me go back this way so I don't get like eaten. Are you seeing this?
Yeah.
Oh God, iguana holes all over the place, and I don't want to get eaten.
The landscape job here that they did, they didn't even cover it over.
With what?
Look at the old paint job, the way it was done.
But it's not about that. It's about that you're in this impasse. I'm filming, where you're saying that you're already spending this exorbitant amount of money a month. You're worried about how much they could raise it to
Plus
a month.
the special assessment.
Well, I talked about that, and you want to be cocky in a sense. And hold on, my purse is over there, and I'm in a building where people are vandalizing the building, and you don't really know what they're capable of, the city. You make a complaint, they can shut down the building, and then you don't have anywhere to go.
This is a really good shot to get over it.
Manatee.
Protect the manatee.
Oh,
Here you go.
yeah. That is special, and yep. That the pretty bay and everything doesn't do you much good if you know that you don't have peace at mind, that you don't know what they're capable of with the fees of the building, and it almost seems like things just get tweaked and never fixed.
And the left and right one are shaking like crazy on the railing system.
Yeah. Golf cart.
As a utility pole.
Yeah. So let me show you first the service elevator. So you go back here. That's how you access the service elevator. And every other day it's broken. Like, I think I'm joking, it's every other day. So you're just taking a risk as to whether that's the day you're gonna have to be rescued from it. And then you go this way, and there's 3 elevators. First one is completely broken, and they've given up on it. They actually removed the sign. This one, elevator 1, opens on its own on floor 4 every day, and it also shakes really, really, really badly. This elevator closes very hard. That was fun. And it did the other day, and it closed on my arm really hard. It like completely lost control and hit me really good. So you're in a situation where I'm literally
One, the motor's burnt out.
yeah, I'm literally walking the stairs as much as I can because I don't want to experience the tower of terror of the building, basically. They're very good at the concept of gaslighting. They know that the building is in, that's a beauty salon that I just passed that I can't imagine why you would go to, honestly. So we have like an abandoned restaurant situation here where usually they don't even pay rent just to give us something here in the building. A lot of older buildings have this type of stuff. And the gaslighting situation is basically that they told us on the Zoom meeting, even though nothing else was handled, that this is going to get filled by a tenant. Yay, you're literally, and you think I'm being like sarcastic. No, it's literally being filled by like a taco place. And it's like, okay, so Taco Land is coming, and in the meantime, we, have a condemned pool deck or part of it. Who knows what's happening with all the fees here. So this is not a good situation at all. And I'm just very frustrated. Now my arm hurts. It's like, I'm able to use it, but I think it's like a nerve, like a pinched nerve or something from the door. It's just like a dull ache, and I just hope it gets better. But I'm frustrated, and I just want to make authentic content because it's difficult to make a YouTube video and be like, everything's great, look at my fashion video, when I'm just really very irritated with the current building situation. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you hearing. I mean, some of you are interested in this because I feel like some of you that are watching this are like in real estate or stuff like that from Miami, which is fine. You can share your thoughts, advice, all that. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you soon in my next video, and bye.